Did you know today is World UFO Day? And just in time, the U.S. government finally released their long-awaited report on UFOs. Earlier, Jeff dove into the report with paranormal investigator Ben Hansen and got a sneak peek into the new series, Roswell, the final verdict.
This is one of these moments where you can say that history pivots on a single incident.
Roswell is the granddaddy of all UFO cases.
We've been able to explain them as hoaxes.
We are here with former federal special agent and paranormal investigator Ben Hansen. Ben, thank you so much for coming on DBL.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right, Ben, let's dive right into this report because this is a big deal because for decades, the government has denied the existence of UFOs, right? So what's your take from it all?
This report is, I think, monumental. Like you said, they've denied, first of all, that they're interested in the subject, that they have agencies that do this. So they've admitted to that, and they've also admitted that it's a national security threat now. The scope of the report was not to say it was extraterrestrial, but they're basically eliminating the prime suspects. They're saying there's no evidence this is adversarial, our enemy's technology, no evidence that it's our secret, classified project. So they put it in what they call this other category, the catch-all, right? So it's up to us now to carry the ball forward and to get Congress to keep investigating and being transparent about it.
Exactly, because the report revealed the government had no way of tracking these quote-unquote UFO sightings until the Navy started to back in 2019. Why do you think it took the government so long to start tracking this seriously, and how many sightings do you think went undocumented?
I can't say that I believe that they weren't doing it until recently. I think they all had a way of doing it, but maybe it wasn't as systematically done as it is going to be done now. Project Blue Book, for example, the most important cases that they said it affected national security never stopped at Blue Book. It went to a special part of the Air Force. And I have reason to believe that that was still going on for many years. It's going to be hard for them to finally say, okay, look, we need to share information, and then let's be more transparent with the public about what's happening.
Couldn't agree more, but let's talk about the new Discovery Plus series, Roswell, the final verdict, that you were featured in.
In the mind of the government, it's case closed. But when you've got a secret as big as Roswell, the secret doesn't stay a secret forever. Everyone wants to know what happened in Roswell.
Everyone knows the Roswell theory, right? A rancher found the debris on his property in 1947. So what will people learn about Roswell that they don't already know?
The series takes people through a timeline of very detailed events, which I think are important to know because people will be blown away to know that there were hundreds of witnesses who were the pilots who carried it to different Air Force bases, who actually handled and saw bodies that were not human. The other thing is we have this new technology we've applied to try and ascertain whether these people are telling the truth, because they're dead. Unfortunately, they've passed on, but we still have a way to take their video, their audio testimony, and run it through the software, which is quite accurate. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been a part of the project.
Yeah, Ben, you hit the nail on the head. We hear from people speaking out for the very first time about disturbing encounters like these alien encounters.
I know it happened. I know it was real. The threats were real.
That's a bombshell confession.
What would be scarier for us? Finding out these are in fact alien aircraft, or finding out it's China or Russian aircraft and their technology is that much more advanced than ours?
And that's an excellent point. And I think that if you were to ask a representative of Congress the same thing, that's why some of them who've been very reluctant to even talk about the subject, that's the impetus, right? Because they can't say that it's not important. What they've established now is that the phenomenon is real. This is actually the second time the government has admitted that. But now you have to say it is going on. These are tangible things that are flying in our skies and violating our airspace, shutting down our nukes. This is real.
We could have another Roswell tomorrow.
This is the great secret they don't want us to know. And now we know.
Ben, unfortunately, we're out of time. I could talk to you all day, but everyone else, you can watch Roswell, the final verdict. I know I'll be watching exclusively on Discovery Plus. The first episode drops today. Ben, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.